So anyway, I just wanted to mention that. I found it very interesting that of our four perfect runs, three of those were 5-0, and those three 5-0 runs were red-green decks. Um, yeah. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and launch up our keeper draft for the evening. Here we go. All right, and I'm immediately seeing like what I want to pick in this pack. Yes, the pack has a Disciple of Nevermore, which is a very powerful black card. Yes, this pack has a Troll Soothsayer, which is an extremely powerful blue card. But this pack also has a Bronze Legionnaire and a Treant Protector. Treant Protector being definitely in the top three best green heroes. I actually prefer Lycan. Drow Ranger is clearly the first, but I prefer Lycan next, and then Treant Protector is probably my third when it comes to those green heroes. So seeing this guy in Pack 1, I'm very happy to pick him up right off the bat as a Pack 1 pick one. And then you look over here, and there's a Bronze Legionnaire and a Keenfolk Golem. I've never drafted Keenfolk Golem. I've never played it. I've never had it played against me. And I think it's because this play effect is just a little too punishing. Yes, he's a 6 mana 13/13. You can play him very early, but you're almost always going to be losing three or more cards, I would say, on average. You're going to lose your entire hand. And over the course of a game, that can make an extremely significant impact. And if your opponent's playing black and they have Slay, or if this guy just keeps getting creep spawned in front of him every single round, and you don't have a way to clear them out of the way, this 13/13 is going to mean absolutely nothing, and you lost your hand because of that. Draw it later in the game when you have a handful of cards, and I mean he looks really really bad. So I'm not excited about a Keenfolk Golem, but I am excited about a Bronze Legionnaire, which happens to be um, probably my second favorite red common or uncommon, behind Stonehall Elite. So we're going Protector or Legionnaire here, and very happily um, going ahead and trying to push that red-green archetype that we know is so powerful. Oh my god. Whew. Oh, Mist of Avernus. Yes. Yes. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see, boys. It's cards like this that make it very unsurprising that green and red are the two best colors. Green being probably the best color in my opinion, and red just being so powerful because of its heroes. But Mist of Avernus, 100%. Every single time we're drafting this card. And then we just have to look at these other green cards. Alter the Mad Moon, nah. But Champion of the Ancient and Selfish Cleric. Okay, so we know that Selfish Cleric is an extremely powerful card. It's an early play, very good at clearing out opposing creeps. Just an all-around solid green card. One of the best creeps, in my opinion, in the common uncommon slot. And then we have a rare, the Champion of the Ancient. And we've actually passed this guy a few times. Um, he's a 7 mana, so he's going to come down a little later. And he's a base 2/6, which doesn't seem too exciting up front, but you look at his play effect and it makes it clear why he has such low base stats. Modify Champion of the Ancient with +1 attack, health, and cleave for each enemy in that lane. So, say your opponent has four units in that lane, maybe a hero and 3 creeps, maybe a couple heroes and a couple creeps. So let's just say they have 4 total. He is now a 6/10 with 4 cleave, which for 7 mana is pretty impressive. I mean, that's like hero level there. That's pretty sweet. So we can't just dismiss the Champion of the Ancient. We have to really decide, is Champion the direction we want to go? Or is Selfish Cleric just such a solid common that we're willing to pick it up over the Champion? And since Selfish Cleric is a common, we're very likely to see more of these throughout the rest of the draft. And another thing that I've found out is that the 4-drop slot is extremely convoluted. Most of the best cards in this game, I think, are 4 mana, and you find yourself playing a very high number of 4-drop cards, which isn't so bad in Artifact as it is in other games. Like I find the curve to be a lot less demanding than Magic or Hearthstone. But you still want to have like turns where you have multiple plays. You still want those like 8 mana turns where you're dropping a Selfish Cleric plus like Arm the Rebellion or some other really powerful 4 cost spell. Just as an example. Um, so there's that the cleric has going for it. It's really good early game, and then later in the game, it's a powerful card when played with in a turn where you can play multiple cards. Um, but I think in this pack, I'm actually going to pick up the champion. I haven't played it. I've had it played against me, and it looked really good. Um, and right now, we're not really restricted by the mana cost of cards. We haven't picked up any of those Thunderhide packs or Ogre Conscripts, the really expensive cards, and we might not even see those this draft. So we want at least a couple of those really high impact, expensive cards that can be dropped in a lane later in the game and be a real opposing threat. So I think here I'm definitely going Mist, and then I'm going to pick up the champion as my second pick. Alright, this pack has nothing to talk about. There's no cards here that we really are interested in playing. The Sanctum is an extremely powerful blue card. Fight Through the Pain is an okay filler if we're going red. And then the other cards are very unremarkable. So I think here I'm going to pick up the Stonehall Pike and probably just the Sanctum, maybe as like a bit of a hate draft, and just to pick it up because it's an uncommon and it's probably the most powerful, definitely the most powerful card in this pack. Okay. Here the two equipment aren't extremely appealing to me. The phase boots are okay. I've had them be alright in some games. And then there's a couple of solid blue cards, the Rookery and the Foresight. I mean, I'll probably, we don't know for sure if we're going red, and I'm not a huge fan of combat training. So what we'll probably do here is just pick up that Foresight, um, and maybe we'll pick up the phase boots. Just we don't really want to go blue at all, and Rookery's not. It's a late filler when you're trying to round out your deck. So we'll go Foresight phase boots here. Okay, Juke is an okay filler card. We'll go ahead and pick up that and the Assassin's Veil. Alright, so our green was pretty good that pack. We got a good hero with 2 very solid green picks. We got a Bronze Legionnaire. We got a couple of really solid blue cards, but that was an overall kind of underwhelming pack. Let's see what we get here. Alright, red, Tidehunter, no thank you. Burning Oil, which I'm not going to pick it early, but I've grown to really appreciate this card. It's very good when you throw this into a lane that you're losing. It's a good way is like, I'm about to abandon this lane, I'm going to throw Burning Oil down and just really slow down my opponent so that I have time to win the other lanes. Grand Melee is just so bad. It pumps the enemy heroes as well. I hate all these red cards that buff your heroes and your opponent's heroes. It just seems like it's such a bad choice to play these cards. Tower Barrage is okay. Assassin's Apprentice is pretty solid. Musk Blessing is amazing. This is definitely one of the picks in this pack. And then Corrosive Mist, I don't know. I don't know if Corrosive Mist is a playable card or not. I feel like it's a decent, like, definitely no more than a one of. It's a rare anyway, so you're probably not going to get more than one. But it's just one of those cards that it's like, you kind of have to wait until you're fighting for a lane for it to be effective. Like, you need your opponent to throw in like 3 heroes and already have a few equipment out on the board on those heroes. In those cases, it's pretty good for helping to fight a lane, but early on it's going to be a dead card for a very long time. So if you draw this early, it's kind of just a dead draw. Whereas later in the game it can be a kind of a blowout, especially against like a Horn of the Alpha, which last night absolutely destroyed us. We were in the middle of a game and we had like really good control with first and second lane, and then all of a sudden we get a Horn of the Alpha dropped on us, and it changed everything. And it was early too. This was like like 6 mana or something, 6 or 7 mana. I don't remember exactly. Um, but since all of these red cards are so unremarkable, I think we're gonna go ahead and pick up the Corrosive Mist here, just in case we find ourselves with a slot available to try it out. Oh, Revtail Convoy. Yes, yes, please. Yes, please. Revtail Convoy is an amazing card. I don't know why this thing has 20 health. It's a 5 mana 0/20. That seems like absurd to have that much health. And it has plus X attack, where X is equal to half of your gold. So, I mean, this thing can get out of hand. Green decks, unless paired with black, don't typically generate a ton of gold, but it's always going to be a solid creep for 5 mana. So we're picking up the Revtail, and then looking up here, there's a very solid hero. I'm a huge fan of Ursa, and I would even pick it up this early if there's not other solid cards in this pack. We only have a Bronze Legionnaire in red right now as well, by the way, so it's not like we're solidly in red. We don't even know for sure. We're hoping, but we don't know. And there's a really great green creep down here. I like Avernus's Blessing too. I've said it before, but this almost always makes the cut in my deck. It's not an early pick, it's not a high priority card, but I like to have one or two of them in my green decks. I think it's a really good card. And then Rebel Decoy, though, is just amazing. We've seen this in action so many times, and it's never a dead card, and it almost always has a very significant impact on the outcome of a lane. So we're going Convoy Decoy here. Okay, and this pack doesn't really have anything. Just looking at this pack, I mean, we'll pick up the Bellow. It's a fine card as a filler. Iron Branch Protection is okay because you can play it cross lanes. Gives a hero or any unit +3 armor until the end of its next combat phase, so it can be okay as like a filler. I've never actually ended up running it, even though I've drafted it a lot. It just doesn't make the cut, but since there's nothing else in this pack at all, I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. Okay, here's that Selfish Cleric that we passed on before to pick up the champion, and we're happy to see him. Fantastic green card. Kind of crazy that it's this late into the pack, but very happy that it is. Then we've got a couple of really good red uncommons here. We've played Spot Weakness as a 2-of actually in one of our 5-0 decks. It's great because it cycles. It replaces itself. It draws a card after you play it. And then on top of that, it's just a decent effect. Gives a hero and its allied neighbors pierce this round. Nice solid card. I like the card a lot. It's a filler for sure, but it's a filler that you never feel bad about having. And then there's Legion Standardbearer, which is a great card, great red card to pick up, especially with a lot of green creeps, which tend to have like really high health, really low attack. We've already got like a Revtail Convoy, these Roseleaf Druids from the Treant Protector. I mean, even the Rebel Decoy. Like all of these are high health creeps with low attack. So getting this buff from the Standardbearer is quite nice. It's like it's a Lycan's ability on steroids. You just have to figure out a way to keep the Standardbearer alive and protected. And then there's Troll Soothsayer. So we're looking at this blue and we're like, alright, we already have a Sanctum. That's really powerful. We have a Foresight. That's a great blue card. And now we have access to a Troll Soothsayer. Alright, so I mean, we don't want to go blue, but if you're going to be in blue, those are some fantastic blue cards to have. But, I mean, we've already got a Bronze Legionnaire, which is better than the Foresight, probably not better than the Sanctum, and probably not better than the Soothsayer. It'd be close power level there, I think, just because of how early this guy comes down and how well he helps control lane from creeps. Hmm. I think I'm gonna stay away from blue. I'm gonna stick with my gut and try to go red green. I just have to decide between the spot weakness and the standard bearer. And because the spot weakness again is that filler card that we won't miss not having it in our deck, I think we're gonna pick up the standard bearer here. We're gonna go cleric standard bearer. Okay, here's an intimidation. Not a bad card to pick up this late. And pick a fight is it's a filler. We've played it before. Okay, I'm not. I would rather have Magnus than Farvan. I like his signature card way better than I like Farvan's signature card, and he's a decently statted hero as well. He doesn't come along with a passive ability, which is the downfall of Magnus, but otherwise he's a pretty solid hero to pick up as a last pick hero. Oh, oof, oof, ooh, we are happy that we decided to stick with the red there on that pack where we could have went blue. Now, if we had went blue, we have access to a dimensional portal, which is, you know, very powerful. You want as many of these as you can get in your blue decks. But look at this power level. Whoo, boys. Ogre Conscript with a Spring the Trap. This is the first time I've been able to draft a Spring the Trap. Play this into any lane. 2 Centaur Hunters, and they're 4/8s. That right there is great. Way better than the blue alternative of summoning two melee creeps into any lane for 6 mana. Now this is power right here, and it comes along with Ogre Conscript in the pack, which we are a huge fan of. Love this guy. He's just a great all-around creep. To be a common, I think it's kind of crazy. He should be an uncommon for sure. Couple of solid green cards down here, but when we have picks like this, we are not getting out of red now. Not for these. Phantom Assassin. We'll mention that that's a fantastic black hero. But as we mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I'm a little disappointed with black lately, and we have not drafted any other playable black cards so far. So we're going Spring the Trap Conscript here. Alright, ooh, Soul of the Spring. My god, look at these rares we're getting. Champion of the Ancient, Revtail Convoy, Corrosive Mist, Spring the Trap, and now Soul of Spring? I mean, we wanted to go red-green anyway, and we're just getting rewarded. Hardcore rewarded. We don't want the altar, we've already got a Bellow. And then we have a couple really good red cards. Hellbear Crippler is just a filler creep, but enough magic. I've been so impressed with this. It feels like you're playing Drow Ranger's signature card, Gust, that silences the enemy heroes. Except that also doesn't let them play equipment that round. So it has I guess the downside between this and Gust is that you can still play more cards after Gust. In this, you have to play it first, and it's the only card you get to play. You send that lane straight into combat. But every time I've played this, I've just been so impressed by it. It's, just like every time I've played Drow Ranger, I've been so impressed by Gust. It just does everything that you want in a deck, really, like in a spell. It completely shuts one lane out of your opponent doing anything, which is if you play it right and you keep initiative going into that lane, you just get rewarded. And I love having one of these in my deck. I wouldn't even care to have 2 sometimes, but definitely happy to pick up 1 here with this Soul of the Spring. Okay, there's the Avernus's Blessing that I said earlier that I don't mind at all. To run these as the last few slots in my deck, I find it to be a fantastic buff spell. We have a Keenfolk Musket down here that we wouldn't mind picking up. There's also a Path of the Wise if we want to rare draft here. What's our equipment looking like? We've not picked up anything that I would say, oh, I gotta run this. Keenfolk Musket is probably better than any of these other equipment that we've drafted so far, I think. And just because of that, I'm very inclined to just pick up the musket instead of rare drafting here. It's not like Path of the Wise is anything we're ever going to run in Constructed, probably. And if even if we did, this is probably like 3 cents on the on the marketplace. So we'll pick up the musket. All right. Nothing in this pack. Um, we'll pick up the Revtel Investments as a rare draft, and then we'll pick up the only card that's in our colors, the Defend the Weak. Okay, so there's an Agloti Vandal in this pack, which is a really powerful black card, but again, we're not going into black, so yeah, you know, whatever. Two Messenger Rookeries, we're definitely not in blue either, and these are not that great. But we've never actually gotten to play with Mozzie, and every time I've played against Mozzie, he as a hero is quite powerful. Now he doesn't have a passive, so in that respect, he's very much like our Magnus. He's just a vanilla dude. He's just there to stay in a lane and make it very hard for your opponent to fight that lane, just because of that 3 armor. It's kind of ridiculous, really, that he starts with 3 armor. But he's a solid hero. Every time I played against him, I'm like, ugh, do I really have to fight for that lane that Mozzie's in? So the fact that we can actually pick him up here at a decent point in the pack, I think I'm actually just going to grab him. We're in red-green, and if I have the choice between Mozzie and Keef, I want to go with Mozzie. Now, Mozzie's signature card's not that great. It's actually kind of weak in my opinion, giving your tower 1 armor, but you stack steel reinforcement up 2-3 times in one lane, and suddenly you've got like your build your own Vesture of the Tyrant, and you know, it seems like it could be okay in some games. And it's not like Keef's signature card's anything to be excited about either. I hate having Keef's signature card in my deck, so I want to try out Mozzie. I want to see what he's like, so I think we're going to pick him up this draft. And then we'll just grab that Vandal since it's, you know, the best card in the pack. Yuck. Oh! Oh, baby. Alright, so we get us a Legion Commander here. Happy to see you, for sure. Some filler red cards. Nothing exciting. Well, black's got like Apprentice, Payday, Goldmine, but again, we're just not feeling the black these days anyway. Even if we were in black, we'd be like, yeah, all right, sure. But yeah, we'll grab the Legion Commander, and then we've got a solid little green filler creep, the Martyr. I'm not a fan of Shop Deed at all. I don't think I would ever run this in any deck, honestly. Oh my God! Look! Oh, look at this! Look at this! Oh yeah! Another Spring the Trap. Our first time getting to draft it, and we're getting 2. With all these other rares, like, what's going on in this draft? I'm just getting all the good rares in these colors. It's kind of insane, actually. With a Bronze Legionnaire to go along with it. Yes, yes, we are very, very happy. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about losing out on this. We've already got one, so I don't know how excited I am to pick up a second Treant Protector anyway if we had access to it. So the fact that we got a Legion Commander here, I think is perfectly fine. I'm a huge fan of the Legion Commander, especially when we got Mozzie in our deck. This dueling with Mozzie seems pretty sweet with that armor that he comes along with. So anyway, it kind of sucks that we miss out here if Green's gonna be our 5th hero, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We're happy with our Legion Commander. Blue, a whole bunch of garbage blue. We're just gonna pick up a couple items. Ogre Magi, yeah. Alright, fill a red card along with a Furline Mantle. Hero's Cape, I guess we'll grab a Payday here. Alright, what's our 5th guy? Magnus. We opened up a Magnus. So we've already got one Magnus. We're just going to end up passing on him for sure. We got an Ogre Conscript. Alright, super excited to grab another one of them here. And ooh, Caught Unprepared. We ended up playing this in in one of our 5-0 decks. Actually, I think it was it one of our 5-0 decks? I remember drafting this once before. Maybe it wasn't in our 5-0 deck, but I'm thinking it was one of the 5-0 Drow Ranger decks we had caught unprepared in there. And it was surprisingly pretty good. Like you play this in round 2 on a hero, and depending on how like your random hero spawns and creep spawns, at the beginning of the game, where I had games where they couldn't get their hero out of caught unprepared until I'd killed it off in like 2 or 3 attacks. So I'm actually kind of a fan of the caught unprepared now in draft. In constructed, it's probably not playable at all. I don't know that for sure. Maybe it is, but I'm actually a little more excited about this card than I was originally after getting to play with it. And I've had opponents play it on me too, and I'm like, you're forcing me to buy an equipment, and you're forcing me to equip it to this specific hero. And I think that kind of taking away choices from your opponent is always a pretty sweet position to put them in. So, and especially since there's nothing else in this pack, I do not like the Smeevil Blacksmith at all. I've never played him in a deck, and I hope I never have to. So, another rare. We're picking up another. It feels like we're rare drafting, but we're really just crafting this really powerful green-red deck that's going to be really awesome, I think. I feel like we've got another perfect run here, boys. What? What world is this? What world are we in right now where we're getting past another conscript along with enough magic here? I don't really like Viper. I'm not going to pick him up here. So really, it's between these 2 red cards and the Selamine's Favor. And if we're looking at power level, the conscript is a clear choice here. Yes, we have 2, but I'll take a 3rd. I don't even care that I've got 2 Spring the Trap here and this Champion of the Ancient. And you know what? Now that I'm just looking at this and the expensive cards that we have, it makes it pretty clear what this other pick is as well. We've got enough magic, and if we didn't have one here, I would probably go ahead and, even though our curve's looking like we got some really good late game stuff that we want to get to quickly, I think I would still pick the enough magic if we didn't already have one. But the fact that we do, I think I'm going to pick up the Selamine's Favor here, because on turn 4, well, when we have 4 mana and we're able to cast this cross lane, suddenly we can drop an Ogre Conscripts on that same round, which is powerful, and we've got 3 of them now. So I'm actually kind of excited that we're picking up the Selamine's Favor here. Sad that we don't get the enough magic a little bit, but since we have one, I think it's perfectly fine to pass on it here in favor of the Selamine's Favor. See what we did there? Alright. Alright, Winter Wyvern is after playing with it several times, it's good at pushing a tower because it can move around, but I don't really care for its signature card, honestly. Like, for what it does, it's pretty expensive, and I've had it just like clunk up my hand so many times before, and not be impactful enough. So I like Winter Wyvern. I would still play it over Debbie, but not as excited to see it as I used to be. There's nothing in this pack. We're just gonna pick up these filler red cards. Alright, I guess we'll go with the equipment. Okay, well, we got a bunch of red to pick from here. Hellbear Crippler is a very solid red creep to put in your deck. Very solid filler creep for sure. So we don't mind that at all. Rising Anger is one of those cards that probably in constructed you could do something interesting with this, but in limited you're almost never going to run this card and have any significant effect from it. You have to run too many cheap cards for this to be worth your time. So I think we're going to stay away from the Rising Anger here, even though we're in red, and just pick up a Sucker Punch as a decent filler red card. All right, we get a Zeus as our last hero. That's okay. We don't mind to run the green and red base heroes, whichever one we need to. All right, so we got a Legion Commander, a Mozzie, a Treant Protector, and a Magnus. And then we'll figure out what we want our fifth hero to be. Let's see what we got. This deck is insane. For those just tuning in, it's gonna look like we rare drafted. It's gonna look like we rare drafted, but all we were doing was going with the good red-green cards because that's what was coming our way, and we got tons of rares in the process. So it's kind of insane. I hope it works out as well as I think it's going to. All right, 2 Bronze Legionnaires. Probably the Martyr. We'll come back and maybe use the Bellow. We'll see. We'll go with the Hellbear Crippler. I like an Avernus's Blessing. Oh, look at this. We got a Mist of Avernus. Very nice. Rebel Decoy, Remusk Blessing, Standard Bearer. We'll come back for these other filler cards. Caught Unprepared, that's going to be a filler there. I don't know if I want to run that or not, but in that pack it was the better choice from what else we had to choose from. I'm definitely going with the Celamine's Favor, and you'll see why here in just a second. Cleric, Soul of the Spring. Very nice. Enough Magic, love it. Corrosive Mist, another one of those filler rares, so we'll see if we have room for it. Intimidation, yes. Revtail Convoy. Alright, first time getting to play with it, but that is an amazing, amazing creep. 3 Ogre Conscripts. This is why we're very happy to have the Celamine's Favor in our deck. Being able to turn 4, cast the Celamine's Favor into like lane 2 or 3 and follow that up with an early Ogre Conscript is just game breaking. And then look at this, 2 Spring the Trap. What? Yeah, we got 2 Spring the Trap. Man, that's amazing. And then a Champion of the Ancient. We passed up a Selfish Cleric to pick up this Champion of the Ancient. And I don't know if that was correct or not, but I hadn't had a chance to play this card yet, and I've had it played against me, and it was pretty sweet. So we're going to try it out. I think he looks really solid. Yeah, he's a very decent rare creep. He's expensive, but I think in the right lane, you get what you pay for with this guy. Alright, so we are at 33 cards, plus we're getting one more hero, putting us at 36. So we're going to have 4 filler slots. And I kind of already have an idea of what those slots are going to be. But alright, so we're 16 and 17. So we are almost, as far as like color, it doesn't, right now it doesn't even matter what our 5th hero is. We just have to figure out which signature cards would be better in our deck and which hero fits our deck best. So let's look at those last filler slots. I think I want the Juke. I've actually been kind of impressed with this card every time I've played it and had it played against me. I'm not a huge fan of these little 1 mana cards, but this one actually is pretty good power level. A lot more so than I thought, especially like on turn 1 where you have no control where your heroes go. You can save your hero from getting killed off in a very unfortunate hero pairing there. Bellow's fine. I may come back for that. Don't really want either of these green uncommons. If I were going to play one, it would be the Iron Branch Protection. Sucker Punch is solid. I like Sucker Punch, so we may come back for that. And then we got 2 green rares that I wouldn't mind playing either. So what is that, 4 cards, and we're only going to have room for 3 more. Okay. Alright, so it's between Bellow, Sucker Punch, Caught Unprepared, and Corrosive Mist. I think if Keef is our 5th hero, we go with the Sucker Punch. If Farvan is the 5th hero, we stay away from Sucker Punch and go with those other 3 choices. I think we go Keef. I don't know, because if we go Keef, that puts us at 19 red cards, and then we add 3 more green, putting us at 21 green cards. So we're playing actually the color we have most of. I just don't really. Uh, I mean, Keith is good with the Legion Commander too, and that would give all of our heroes armor, which makes the duels very, very nice. Um, Whereas Farvan's signature card, I hate running these stupid I hate running these stupid Prowler Vanguards in my deck. They always feel so clunky, and yeah, you can play them early, but 0/6, even with that ability of the +1 armor to the allied neighbors, I don't like playing this signature card. So I think I'm gonna go with Keith as my fifth hero here. He's just a great, solid hero. Um, that gives us three heroes that don't have a passive too. We have Keith, Magnus, and Mozzie. So only our Treant Protector and our Legion Commander have a passive. Nah, it is what it is. They're solid heroes, so. Look, all of our heroes have armor except for the Treant Protector, and he gives his allies armor. This is going to be an interesting draft deck for sure. Alright, so that puts us at 19 red, and I think that puts the Sucker Punch in our deck. We just have to decide, do we want this Bellow or do we want these two rare cards? And I think I'm going to go with the two rare cards. We already have an Intimidation, so we can already like move stuff around into other lanes. And I've played the Caught Unprepared before, and it was actually very effective. So I think I'm going to go Caught Unprepared. And then I kind of want to try this card out. I want to try the Corrosive Mist and just see what we can do with it. It's going to be a dead card until late in the game. But I think it has the potential to just kind of blow out a lane. Like when you're fighting for a lane and they have three heroes there and you cast Corrosive Mist, and suddenly all those equipment that they've built up over the course of the game that they put on their heroes is gone. I think it's pretty nice. I think I want to try it out. And something to note here about condemning equipment. If it's an accessory that was giving that hero health, and that hero has taken damage, so in other words, the accessory is keeping that hero alive. So if you have a +4 health accessory, and that hero is at 4 or less health, and you destroy that accessory, they die immediately. They don't stay at what their current health is and just lose the item. They actually just die. So this could be a removal spell too. So we'll see how this works out. I want to try it. I want to try it in our rare draft deck. I think we're playing most of our rares, except for the ones that are off color. We're not playing. Like we got a Revtel Investments, and maybe that was it. But all right, so I think that's our deck. How do we want to position our heroes? Let's see. I think I want the Treant Protector as one of the opening heroes for sure because of that passive. And we're 20/20 on cards, so we have two Legionnaires that we want to play early. We have a Hellbear Crippler and a Mist of Avernus. Rebel Decoy, so like both colors have cards that we want to play, both colors have those early cards that we want to play. We have a 6/1/8 or a 6/1/11, but she has Retaliate too as well, which is pretty nice. I want Mozzie to be in the opening heroes just because of that armor. I've always, like, every time I see Mozzie, I'm like, ugh, how am I gonna deal with this guy? So I think Magnus will be my fourth hero, and then I just have to decide between Keith or Legion Commander. The Retaliate is quite nice, so it's kind of like being an 8 damage, 8 health, or I can have a 6 damage, 11 health. I think we're gonna stick with the Legion Commander and just throw Keith in as the last hero. Um, we could also just throw Mozzie in as the last hero too. Mozzie's better against creeps, but Keith would be better against opposing heroes. Just because of that health. I think I'm gonna throw Mozzie in as the last hero. Go Commander, Keith, Protector, and then have Magnus and Mozzie coming down as the last two heroes. Okay, I think I like that. Now what about our equipment? We don't want anything expensive, so we've got a couple Keenfolk musket maybe, a furline mantle. Do we want the Stonehall pike? It's a pretty good equipment to get early in the game. Builds up over the course of the game, so we might run that. And then we have like an Assassin's Veil and a Phase Boots. Do we want those? Puts us at 6. I would rather in this deck just have the cheap little short swords and cloaks, honestly. So we probably need to cut like 3 of these items. I think I'm gonna cut 1 musket. I've been pretty impressed with the Assassin's Veil. And the Phase Boots are like, it turns one of your heroes into like a rebel decoy, but every 2 turns instead of every turn. I think those are both fine accessories to have. Maybe we just run it like this, and then add in. All of our heroes are very healthy. We want short swords, and then round it out with 1 Traveler's Cloak. What does that give us? 3, 4, 5 attack items and 4 accessories. Okay, I like that. That's what we'll go with for our equipment, and that finishes up our deck. Alright, we're going to go ahead and register this up. And I'm going to take a quick restroom break, be back in just a second. If you want to look at the deck in the meantime, let's see here. Copy deck code, post that into the chat. You can be checking out the deck if you want to while we run to the restroom real quick. Alright, boys, we are back. We have a delicious glass of eggnog here. Who likes eggnog? I love eggnog. Mmm. Ah, that's tasty. Alright. We are about to start. Do I have to hit register again? I guess so. Alright, we are about to start this draft runoff. This deck looks really good. Now, we don't have a Drow Ranger, we don't have an Axe. We're not playing busted heroes. We're playing really solid heroes. But our rares, we got so many rares in this draft. It's insane. Check out that deck list that I posted in the chat if you haven't already. If you didn't get to see it. As we were building the deck or drafting, because it's kind of ridiculous how many rares are in this deck. And they're all good rares too. Okay, not really paired up against anything too scary. That Bristleback, you really have to watch Bristleback. You hope that they don't get a good Bristleback pairing in round one, and as long as they don't, it's not too bad. Super happy that we got this Mist of Avernus. Kinda sad that we're not able to get this trigger on the first round. We're gonna have to play it into like play it from lane 3 into lane 1 probably. 2 of Mozzie's signature card. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, but we talked about this when we drafted him, that the downside of him is that you have to play 3 of these steel reinforcements. So we're gonna Mist of Avernus into lane 1, get some value going on the Keef and the creep there.
The world rejoices at your strength.
Alright, can't buy anything yet. Alright, who we got? We got Magnus coming in. Alright, do we want Magnus in lane 1 or lane 2? Probably 2, because we don't really want Magnus to have to go up against Bristleback. So we're gonna put Magnus in. Well, we would get a bonus here off of the Mist though, which would put him at 5 attack, and then with an Empower, that's 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not quite enough to kill off the Bristle though. He's got a creep coming in, so maybe Magnus won't get paired up against Bristle. But if he does, yeah, that could be bad, right? Whereas over here, he's kind of safe. I think he's gonna put Farvin in lane 1 too, though. Right? Like he's gonna fight for lane 1, especially with a creep coming down there. Alright, we'll put Magnus in lane 1 because I'm pretty sure he's putting Farvin there too. Yeah. Ah, of course. So our Magnus got paired up against Bristle, so... Ooh, but we got a juke, so that's pretty cool. Now we can even juke if we need to. I really dig a 1 of juke as a filler card. I was low on it, but after talking to Matt the other night, and he said he likes to play 1 of them in most drafts, and actually played with it a couple times, I really like this card a lot. It's one of those cards like I don't want to like have multiple copies, but a 1 of is pretty nice. Alright. He's already beefing up the old Bristleback. So we can still reinforcement into whatever lane is going to be toughest to fight through. We could also Selfish Cleric and push lane 1. We could Empower and if we Empower here, that gives us an extra 3 damage on Farvin.
15 seconds remaining.
I think I want to go ahead and get the steel reinforcement down into lane 2 early though.
5 seconds remaining. 3.
You think this will be easy?
Maybe it's better just to play cleric there, but I kind of wanted to play the cleric in lane 3. That way if we get the curve, we can potentially kill off that sniper and then just take over lanes 1 and 3. And then just put like the steel reinforcements in lane 2 and just slow him down from lethaling that lane. And we could even come back to that lane later if we feel like we want to fight for it, if we're able to stall there long enough. That was a pretty good martyr that he got there. Alright, so we're going to play another steel reinforcement, but we're going to play it into this lane again, I think. And this will be like our stall lane. He does have the Dark Seer here, so he can just move guys over to other lanes if he wants to. But I think this is the lane...
15 seconds remaining.
This might be the lane that we have to stall in, I think. So we'll still
5
reinforcement
seconds
here.
remaining.
You can't break the Legion. We must prepare.
Matt advice sounds bad. What about the juke? I've actually been really impressed with it. And it's one of those cards that I never really wanted to run. I didn't really want to try it out. And then you were like, yeah, it's actually pretty good. And it is. You were not wrong, sir. Alright, we're going to play the cleric here. Hope it curves.
I know.
Alright, even if, though it doesn't, it's okay. Matt, did you get to see all of the rares that we drafted? It's kind of silly. Alright, let's see. 4 gold. I think we'll just pick up a short sword here. Or do we want the potion
15
for
seconds
Magni?
remaining.
Or for Magnus? We can juke here.
5 seconds remaining. 3.
Probably the sword.
1.
I missed the draft. I'll try to link the deck list after this game if I remember, but it's we got like 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know, 7 rares I think, and they're all in our deck except for the one off color that we
15
picked up.
seconds remaining.
I think I want Mozzie in lane 3.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
3.
I'm okay with this trade here because now I'm probably just getting out of lane 2 and letting this armor slow him down. Alright, I'm gonna go like juke plus something else to fight off this bristle.
I'm ready for anything.
So we could sucker punch here, and then we can also short sword to finish this guy off.
It's funny when you try not to die.
It's kind of a it's kind of like the one hero that I didn't think I would need a short sword for, the old Keeve, but here we are.
You die now.
And I'm gonna play the third steel reinforcement in this lane and then let this trade. You're never damaging this lane, sir.
We're
Good
ready
luck.
for anything.
Hope all of his creeps spawn lane 2 from now on.
I'm ready to prove myself.
Assassin's Apprentice. Okay. I think I'm going to Roseleaf Druid.
I have no love for the keen folk, Massey, but if you say you're different,
Alright, we have 19 gold. We want the Furline Mantle. Short Sword. I kind of want the
15
Revtail
seconds
Signet.
remaining.
But maybe I just go Scroll Assassin's Veil instead. Or Revtail Scroll. Choose the combat target for
5
equipped
seconds
hero is
remaining.
pretty nice. I'm gonna go Assassin's Veil
2.
with the scroll. More stall in lane 2. Decoy and Crippler. So here we probably decoy and then swap with Keef.
tell us what you need, Shaman.
I'll give my life for the rebellion. If I'm lucky, I'll survive this.
And then I think I'm gonna go ahead and Furline Mantle on the Magnus since he's taking so much damage.
I'll use this.
And then we'll save the rest. Stall lane 3 still reinforcements. Oh, that's gross. Alright, do I want to put any equipment on these guys? Probably the short sword on the Treant Protector. And then we could even play the Crippler if we want in this lane. Or we could save it for lane 1. Okay, maybe we just go short sword here.
I will fight.
And then I guess we can Crippler here. We're gonna have 7 mana. Next turn we could play Empower plus Crippler. I think he's gonna fight for lane 1. Maybe we just hold off here. I'm not sure where the Crippler is best gonna be useful. Wherever he's trying to fight. And I don't know if that's 1 or 3 yet. Probably 1 though. Alright, 6 gold. We could pick up another Assassin's Veil. Or we can Fountain Flask. Probably the Flask here.
15 seconds remaining.
Um,
5 seconds remaining.
no, I'm gonna go with the Veil.
2, 1.
Alright, so where do we think he's dropping these guys? He's got access to Sniper's signature card, the Assassinate now. So he's definitely putting a black hero in lane 1 to go ahead and get that option. So I think he's gonna try to
15
fight lane
seconds
1.
remaining.
Probably go Bristle, Debbie in lane 1, and then Sniper into lane 3 maybe?
5 seconds remaining.
He might want Sniper's ability
3,
in lane 1
2.
though. All 3 in lane 1, okay. So that's the lane we're fighting for. I thought it would be, but I wasn't 100% sure. Now he's gonna pick somebody off with the Sniper.
There's no weapon I haven't mastered.
What is our opponent going to do in lane 1? I feel like he's definitely assassinating someone in this lane. And then he can use the ability to kill off the rebel
This
decoy.
isn't your day.
He's got 2 more items. I don't really want to play Caught and Prepared here until he uses those. Okay. Maybe we just start off with a Crippler
15 seconds remaining.
and see what he does. Got the curve.
You won't feel a thing.
Sniper on Keef. So I guess we Veil Keef here.
This helps.
Then I think I'm gonna throw the other Veil on the Commander.
Where are my manners?
Nasal Goo on Keef. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and Veil on
I'm
my
ready.
Commander.
Stand with the vanguard.
A little help never hurts.
I'm thinking I'm gonna cast the Caught and Prepared on Bristle. Is swapping Keef with the green dude worth it? With the rebel decoy? Nah, I want to kill off his sniper.
15 seconds remaining.
I know that we're gonna lose Keef, but I don't want to lose rebel decoy. And if they're trading, I don't mind
5
it as
seconds
much.
remaining. 3.
Let's see if he's got anything to get the Bristle out of this. He might.
Gotcha.
No, the hood changes combat targets as that activated ability. Alright, so he did have the item there. So I think here I want to get... Well, lane 3 is clear, so I'm going to have to save Portal for a hero in lane 3, I think. So I think we just have to let this happen, unfortunately. We could save Magnus here.
15 seconds remaining.
That way he doesn't get the armor buff. In this case, I'm more okay with the hero swap with the rebel
5
decoy.
seconds remaining.
Over here.
The lane that will never die. This lane will never die. Oh, whoa, whoa.
Fallen into my trap.
Maybe it is gonna take some damage. 1 damage per creep. Damn. I thought I could stall there a lot longer than that. Let's see. Do we want Mozzie or Treant in lane 1? Treant's got a sword. Mozzie's just a 6/3/6.
15 seconds remaining.
Probably the Treant.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
3.
won't be dead.
11 gold. I'll take a musket. Everybody's going to lane 1. Will the Treant get paired up against his Bristle? Thankfully, no. Alright. +3 retaliate, which does nothing because the retaliate damage is separate from combat damage. And since I have 3 armor, that 3 retaliate will not affect the commander at all, but it will hurt Magnus. Alright, so here do we Revtail Convoy? I'm thinking probably. Yeah.
15 seconds remaining.
Greetings from Revtail.
I'm sorry, Commander.
Okay. Who do we want Keen Folk on? Probably the commander? Magnus is going to be around longer. Well, though this does help kill this guy
I'll
off
make this.
without using the ability.
This will be useful.
Okay, get the signet ring. Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense to use that here. Nothing, it's not really going to affect anything, so we're not even going to use the musket here. At least we were able to completely give up lane 2 without fear of the 80 there.
Ready to fight.
7 gold. Now here's the boots you were thinking about, Matt, the phase boots. Alright, 7 gold. We're probably going to need to heal up the Legion Commander, so I'm going to buy the flask. Alright, he's got 2 black heroes, probably both going lane 1. I'm going to throw Keith there as well, along with my little creep that's going there. Intimidation.
I will learn how to use this.
Intimidation is interesting here. We could get Bristle out of this lane. He will assassinate somebody probably. I thought he was going to do that last
15 seconds
round too,
remaining.
but he didn't. But yeah, I mean, he's got to, right? Let's go ahead and start off with a Fountain Flask on
5 seconds remaining.
the commander.
Thanks.
Okay, and he's got the flask on his Farvan. Alright. Alright, so maybe we have 9 mana, so we could cast a 4 and a 5. So maybe we start with an Empower here. Or here. This would work as well. You get more value out of this actually, but then he can snipe it. So maybe we do just go Empower on the yeah, we'll go Empower on the commander.
See how your armor glows.
Ooh,
You're about to have
lots of extra health.
a bad day.
Okay. So do we want to intimidate? Actually, we can snipe, or we can musket this thing away. Or we could musket. Yeah, we'll just musket the creep he just played.
We're in this together.
So if I intimidate here and he has no follow-up creep, I can just win. So maybe I just intimidate this sniper out of this lane. Or the Farven. I guess the sniper, in case he has a follow-up, I can maybe save my Magnus.
15 seconds remaining.
Alright, we got it. Let's view our opponent's deck. Omex Ring, he had a Corrosive Mist too. That would have been really good. Both of our Corrosive Mists would have been pretty sweet in lane 1 there. He had 2 Arm the Rebellion, a gank, coordinated assault, bitter enemies. What is this one? After the combat phase, remove a charge from bitter enemies. Before the action phase, if there are 0 charges on bitter enemies, deal 6 damage to both towers. Nah. Okay. Oh wait, we didn't there we go, copy deck code. If you're interested, Matt, there's the deck list. It's got a lot of rares in it. Lich and Luna. Should be an interesting game.
God, I love money.
I guess we'll Legionnaire into this lane.
The Bronze Legion stands united.
Alright, Magnus. Where do we want you? Lane 3, probably. Where's he putting Lich? Lane 2? I think so. I think he's putting Lich into lane 2. Yeah, I think we're gonna put Magnus in lane 3. Oh, he went Lich in lane 3. Nice hero placements for him. yeah, he's running all these weak heroes and he dodged all of my heroes. Yeah. Lots of green cards. Unfortunately, though, anything I play in front of Debbie just dies. We could just go ahead and empower here, though. Let's do that. We'll go ahead and get the empower in.
Those who oppose us.
Hip fire. Okay. Hey, look, I got a good arrow here. And he had the scroll? Okay. That piercing damage is pretty nice against all my guys that have armor. It's like everything he has is piercing. Okay, do we want the Rose Leaf here, or do we want the Cleric? Or we could juke here as well and kill off Luna. But then she's just back down on turn 6.
15 seconds remaining.
I think I want to Cleric this turn, and then maybe next turn do like Juke plus Rose Leaf into this lane or something.
5 seconds remaining.
The unclean will be purged.
Alright, I guess I'll take a scroll. Mozzie is going into lane 1. 2 creeps going into lane 2. That stinks. Now I can't do the juke. Well, I guess I could play Rose Leaf then juke, so yeah, I can. I think I got a good arrow down there, though. Alright. He's got 1 item. Tower Barrage. Okay, that's pretty good. I can Fighting Instinct here. That saves my guy with 1 health, though. Because now I can't cast any of these green cards, so I have to.
Let's get some new armor on this thing.
Mozzie with 4 armor.
This'll come in handy.
Cloaking. Could get Mozzie out here and throw him in lane 2 and fight. Maybe I stall this lane for one more turn. Man, I can't cast anything in lane 2 either. That's painful.
15 seconds remaining.
Yeah, maybe I'll just soak one
5
turn
seconds
here.
remaining.
Yeah. Guess we're giving up on lane 1.
Delightful.
Rookery into lane 3, okay.
I can make you great.
Alright, he's got no items, so I can caught unprepared if I want to here. I could also Soul of the Spring. Since I got the arrow there, that's pretty nice on the Luna. I don't have to worry about juking. Soul of the Spring
15
seems
seconds
pretty
remaining.
good here. And then I still have the juke. Very nice. That's a lot of regeneration with the soul. I suppose if I'd caught him prepared there, it would have been better, because then I would have killed the Lich. And now I don't get to kill either hero because he had the creep there. At least none of my guys die, so that's a plus. But he's got Luna's card coming online next turn, the Eclipse.
You serve a greater purpose.
Okay, he ate one of his creeps. Oh, he ate the shield off of the one little creep on the end there. Do I need to heal anyone? Or give them attack, I guess. Probably the heal. I feel like all of his heroes are pretty
15
weak.
seconds remaining.
But he's got some powerful spells coming online. We're probably going to need a heal. 2 creeps into lane 1. I guess keep stalling lane 1 then. Alright, so we'll go the Mozzie in lane 2 and start pushing 2. We'll fight for 2 and 3.
I'll kill to keep my people safe.
Okay, I can conscript here or still reinforcement. I don't feel like I need the reinforcement right now, so do I want the conscript in lane 3? Actually, I have green cards I can play in 3 though.
Fifteen seconds remaining.
This lane seems alright, so I'm going to reinforcement
5
into lane
seconds
3.
remaining.
You need the place fortified? I'm on it.
Flasking here, I guess.
You're nice.
Okay, so he has initiative. So he's got Eclipse online if he wants to use that. And of course he got the hero kill, but not only that, he got the green hero kill. Luckily I saved that conscript. Man, that would have felt bad if I hadn't. And I got a good arrow here on the Lich, so that's pretty nice. Okay. Well, he got to save one of his heroes and he chose Luna. Okay, and he's getting to kill off Keef too. Wow. With the Rookery. It's a hard fought lane here. 12 gold. So here, definitely need the health item. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick up the scroll while we have the opportunity to. We're going to need that to push through lane 3 probably. We'll throw the protector down there. He has no heroes this round, but we both have 2 heroes coming in next round. So next round is going to be interesting.
I have knowledge of the future.
We gave up on lane 1 long time ago. And still we've been getting creep spawns to slow it down. Ouch. If we wanted to try to be greedy, we could Rose Leaf and Caught Unprepared, but he's got, what, 3 items? Certainly he's got an item to save the Luna from Caught Unprepared.
15 seconds
So maybe we
remaining.
just play the champion here. Or maybe we start with a Furline Mantle, actually. That way if he casts like Eclipse or Another Thunder Gods. At least our hero survives.
I'm prepared to fight.
Okay, so he did have the item there. So caught unprepared would have been a poor choice. Alright, we could play the champion here. It would be a 4-8 with 2 cleave. I mean, that's not bad. And it'll help push this lane. Or we could play Roseleaf. Caught unprepared, but I think we need to save that caught unprepared. I'm just going to play the champion now.
This is but a fraction of my power.
Tower Barrage, okay. Rookery to kill off the cleric. Okay, that wasn't a bad turn. Now, we both have 2 heroes coming in. Let's see, 9 mana. I have 1 scroll already, so I'm going to buy the musket here. Alright, we're fighting 2 and 3. So I probably want to just even out my heroes. Go Magnus in 2, so I have a green and a red, and then Keith in 3, so I have a green and a red. I have the initiative, so I could get good hero pairings. Or I could get lucky and be able to like sucker punch one of the heroes. Okay, so now I could like, which he has a blue hero in 1, so he could still just Thunder God's Wrath here and kill off my my Legion commander. Yeah, so he's gonna kill off the commander. Alright, so that shuts me out of Sucker Punch. I thought he might abandon 3 there and protect 2, but I think we still got some plays here. And I've got Mozzie coming in next round, and I can get one of the heroes out of lane 3 with the scroll. Alright. I mean, Caught Unprepared is not going to stop this. He's probably got Chain Frost here.
15 seconds remaining.
So we probably make him use an item on the Lich.
5 seconds remaining. 3.
Get that regeneration on Magnus a little bit. Okay, so there's the item. And now we can play a Roseleaf into this slot. So here's the Chain Frost. It's gonna be gross. He gets a really good Chain Frost here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He clears my board. He clears my board here with Chain Frost. That's why that hero is so insane. That's just disgusting. That is disgusting.
Mortals make the most intriguing things.
That is very disgusting.
A suitable treat.
Okay.
Like your fancy
We've got Mozzie coming in. Looks like we're gonna want to put the Treant Protector in as well. So They're both 7 attack. Treant has more health. Probably go Keen Folk.
If this
And
is
then,
what it takes, I accept the burden.
There we go. Hope I get some creeps in lane 2. Alright, heal for 6. That could be useful. Got no creeps in 2 and he got 1. Oh man, that's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. And we've got another turn. Let's see. Next turn we get 2 more heroes though, so if we can do something here, we might be okay. That Chain Frost was disgusting. When I have Lich, I never have those situations there. Ooh, that's pretty nice. I can now spring the trap into lane 2 from lane 3. That's pretty good. That is really good. Alright, what's he gonna do with initiative here?
Feel the wrath of
Clips?
Don't think you're safe.
Jesus. Okay, so I can start with a heal, I guess.
Delightful.
Befitting a member of the Dark Moon.
Avernus's Blessing. Probably save that. I'm not getting through this hero. And I guess I'll go ahead and shoot one of these creeps.
Seconds remaining.
Your death will serve a greater purpose. Ready for battle.
Wow. Okay, he's really fighting this lane hard. I've got 2 heroes coming in. I've got to spring the trap from lane 3.
You earned my respect.
At least I got a creep there this time as well.
We take what we want.
I am at your service, my chieftain.
Alright, so I can go Ogre, Conscript. I can Sucker Punch. That doesn't help though. I can Legion Standard Bearer.
seconds remaining.
What would you have me do, Commander?
Okay.
Your orders, Commander.
Wow. He got it. He got it with the crappy blue-black deck. That feels really bad. That feels really, really bad. Yikes. He had really good Eclipse and really good. Well, he played multiple Thunder Gods, multiple Eclipse, and a Chain Frost. Whew. But the rest of his deck seemed really bad. He had 2-dimensional portal. I mean, yeah, for a blue-black deck it was okay. Too many board clears. Yes, sir. Too many and too lucky. He got really, really good ones too. Like the Eclipses were really, really good. Not like my Eclipses or my Chain Frosts. Mine never do really anything. Caleb, what's up, man? Didn't even know you're in here. How did your finals go? I thought this was a 5-0 deck for sure. Did not expect to pick up a loss. Not to a blue deck anyway. Not to a blue deck. All of his spells dealt piercing damage too. Every one of them. Like all of my heroes have armor. Except for the Treant, which gives armor. And all of his spells had piercing. Both of his blue heroes dealt piercing damage on upkeep. That was brutal. A Tinker. Not much, yeah, I took a nap and got up late. Oh, no worries, man. Finals went about as well as expected. Just praying for that 70 and all should be well. There you go. That's all you need, man. Alright, I'm going to save the Legionnaire for lane 3. Because if I get a good curve, I can kill off this Ursa. Want a Rebel Decoy here, maybe? I don't know. I just need to save this too. I don't want a Rebel Decoy and then... Well, I mean, I guess I could swap him in the... He has 2 armor, so it'll be okay from the Treant. And then I can swap him whenever needed as well.
I'll get
So this seems alright.
as I planned.
Alright, so here's the Legionnaire. Do we get the lucky arrow?
The Legion has
Nope.
arrived. Face me, coward.
Permanently took away my Keith's beginning armor. That sucks. Alright, Magnus, where do you want to fight, sir? Lane, I've got green spells galore. What do we have? 2 Rose Leafs and a Cleric. Got a creep coming down lane 1. So, do we want Magnus in 1 or 3? Probably 1. Well, we're losing Keith in 3 though. We are losing Keith in 3, depending on what we draw. Where's he putting Tinker? Tinker's probably going lane 3. Probably, because he knows he's losing his guy there as well. Okay, we'll
5
we'll
seconds
go
remaining.
Magnus 3. Yeah. I still can't believe I lost that last game. I feel like there was no way I was gonna lose, and then it was just huge sweeper after sweeper. Two Thunder Gods out of lane 1 were nasty.
Tear the tower down.
All right. Whatever we play in front of Sorla just dies. Okay, I guess we don't play anything here. Could have played the cleric just to deal 4. Maybe I'll do that next round depending on what happens. Druid into this lane, I guess.
I'd have learned much in my days. Let me show you.
Vandal, okay. Oh, whoa, that was a very good purchase from the shop there. He got a very nice purchase. Fully heal his Ursa. Yikes. Now my keep is permanently -1, and he keeps his Ursa. That is really painful. There's my fountain flask. Guess we have to buy it too. Save Magnus. Damn, that was brutal. Alright, Mozzie. I guess you're going lane 3. That's where all the action is. He's got 2 creeps coming in lane 1. Probably gonna put Lion in lane 1. He could try to push lane 2 or 3 really, but I think he's, yeah, he went 1. And the arrow on Lion to kill the commander. I guess he doesn't kill it, but he gets damn close. Alright, so we've got Legionnaire. We could like throw it in front of this creep, I guess. We don't want to just throw it in front of Lion and then lose it with nothing gained.
I'll do my part, Commander.
I offer a taste of what the court of history can provide.
Of course. Yeah, of course. Why not? Sure. Yeah, this game's going terrible. Really bad so far. Really bad. This deck is probably better than any of the decks that we've 5-0'd with so far. And we're already 1-1 and not looking good this game. That is not bueno. No bueno.
I'm not here to coddle you. I'm here to fight.
It's an honor to fight by your side, my Khan.
Sorlikon is his Sorlikon single-handedly almost taking out this tower. Better than your Drow decks? Well, I mean, Drow's definitely a better hero than any of these guys, but did you look at this deck list? This deck list is way more powerful than any of the other decks that I had. 6 mana. We can heal Magnus. That's
15
probably what we
seconds
have
remaining.
to do here.
Interesting.
Okay. See, I could Rose Leaf, or I could Soul of the Spring. Or I could Intimidate, but this is like the only lane that I'm actually doing well in, so I don't want to throw these guys into one of the other lanes that I'm already struggling to deal with. I'm gonna have to throw Keef into lane 2, it
15
looks like.
seconds remaining.
So maybe we can Intimidate Sorla out of that lane next round. I don't know, that's dangerous too. We can also spring
5
the
seconds
trap in
remaining.
this lane as well.
3,
Let's
2, one.
soul here. Okay, so he's really pushing that second lane on me now. Damn. Damn. Alright, well. We will see what we can do. We'll have to Intimidate in lane 2 and just hope that we get lucky. But we'll have to Intimidate in lane 2. Heal for 6. I mean, it's the only thing we can buy here, and I need to do something in these lanes. Let's see. Only thing I'm healing though is the Treant. Still, it could be okay. Swap. I wish I could get like the phase boots there, but
5 seconds remaining. 3, 2,
alright,
1.
we'll buy the south. So this is the fourth time we've drafted green-red. All 3 of the other green-red decks went 5-0. They are 3 of our 4 5-0s.
15 seconds remaining.
I thought that was pretty interesting. That's the first duel we've seen so far. Wow. Can we do anything with it? I mean, we could kill a Sorla, I guess. He still has a black hero, though.
The strength to kill my enemies.
I better not lose to a deck with Lion in it. That would feel really bad.
Fear the demon witch.
Salt ladders everywhere. Heal Tree and Dual Sorla. Yeah, so Dual's only red heroes. I'm going to intimidate the Tinker out of this lane. It's probably the best thing I can do here. Otherwise, he's going to get this laser off on me. And into lane 3. Not a huge fan of deck, seems okay. Not a huge fan of the 7 mana dude. Could really use one of the big green minions. Oh, the Thunderhide packs. We didn't see any. And the 7 mana champion. I like him. I've got to play him already. Actually, I like him okay. It was between him and a second. Or the Selfish Cleric. We could have had either of those, and I went with the Ancient.
15 seconds remaining.
I think we just save this Healing Salve unless he does something else.
I will lead the charge.
Okay, so 10 damage. He's just a base 10, so even if I heal him here, he's going to die. I suppose I could swap here with the I could swap with this little guy. Save my hero. But I'm still taking 5 siege damage. Yeah, I still think I have to though. I just hope he doesn't have like a way to kill off the little guy. And he doesn't, luckily. Now I'm gonna have to duel Sorla in lane 2 so that siege damage doesn't take me out. Okay. So here I think I'm going to spring the trap into second lane. And then, yeah, that's probably the only. Spring into lane, yeah, I think we have to spring into lane 2. We still have to get rid of Sorla because of that red mist maul though. $10 gold this time. Alright. So I'll go with a cloak, a sword, and then the fountain flask. Yeah.
15 seconds remaining.
Alright, I've got a Legion Commander and a Creep going into lane 2, and he's got nothing. He does get Ursa next round. Spring the Trap is just an insanely powerful card. Compare it to the blue card that puts 2 creeps into any lane. 2 of the melee creeps. It's only 1 mana difference to cast it. But I guess that's why the blue one's uncommon and the red one's rare. I need him to not heal Sorla. I really hope he doesn't have a heal.
All right,
Okay.
mate. Put 'em up.
That's good. I mean, I'm going to lose my hero here if I do this. I could equip Cloak first, but that gives him initiative back, and if he has a heal, I lose. Beef up Keith and duel. Well, the Legion Commander has 1 armor. Keith has -1. I mean, if I'm gonna lose a hero, yeah. But if I'm gonna beef one up, it's gonna be the commander.
The Legion will make use of this.
Let's see if he's got a heal. No? Okay.
It was always going to come to this.
So now I short sword
I was trained by
and druid and martyr.
My life is irrelevant. The cause is all
Alright, now in this lane, I guess I could have saved the martyr for this lane. Probably should have. Because now I have, if I want to play something in front of the Tinker, it's got to be a stupid standard bearer. Oh, that was terrible. The martyr should have went in front of this guy, and then I can like empower
15
here.
seconds remaining.
Ugh. Yuck.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I could have pushed through a few more points of damage, but I wouldn't have got any cleave damage on Tinker. I don't know if that's going to matter or not.
5 seconds remaining. 3, 2.
Yeah, the Empower. Yeah, I could have put it on Mozzie and got 3 more damage on Tower. Is he trying to go for 80 in 1? That's going to take a lot to go 80 in 1 with 2 red heroes.
I'll tear it down brick by brick.
The reason I put the spell on Magnus is to get the 3 cleave damage onto Tinker. I just don't know if it matters or not. I mean, like if I had drawn like or if I'd bought like a musket or something, it could have mattered. I just knew that I wasn't hitting for lethal, so I wanted to get extra damage in on the hero instead. Whether or not that's right, I'm not sure.
This pleases me. Your strength is my own.
Behold, the power of science.
I don't even know what to say about this. don't even know what to say about this.
I've always wanted one of these.
Yeah, he wins lane 1, it looks like.
I needed this.
I will fight by your side.
Wow. I really thought he had like just any creep that he could throw out on the board there. And then he wins lane 1. I mean, I'm just lucky I bought the item that allowed me to switch combat targets. Because I got the stupid arrow on Mozzie there. I felt like I was losing that entire game. No idea how I ended up winning that. Wow. Stonehall Elite. He had enough magic too. I mean, and his deck wasn't super powerful. He just played it really well. He had 4 Gloaty Vandal. That was like the deck we had the other day. Alright. Guess the dream is still alive. Man, it's just... It actually is surprising that we already lost the game with this deck, and we almost lost that second one there. I really feel like this deck is better than any of the other ones we've had so far. Even the Drow decks. So, do you have more finals, Caleb? He did play it well, but you got shit arrows. I don't think he ever really got bad arrows. I don't know. That game didn't even really feel like it was bad arrows to me. It just, I feel like he played really well. And the cards he had just were really good against the cards that I had. It just felt like I struggled that entire game, and it felt like I was losing the entire game. Even up to the end there, I thought I'd lost. Alright, do we want this in lane 2? We probably want it in lane 2 to kill off that that creep there.
I understand my orders.
$7 gold. We'll start off with an Assassin's Veil. That could be useful. Got math final tomorrow. How do you feel about that one? I'm putting Magnus in 1. Yeah. I think we play Celamines into lane 2.
The journey is long. I must be prepared.
Like 6 points on a test off from not having to even take the final. Kinda shitty, but should be good. Well, at least you don't have to worry about like that, you know, being the difference between you passing and failing. That's always a good feeling, going into a final knowing that you don't even really have to take it. Alright, he got an item, probably a health item. Oh, he's got the signature card there. The All-Seeing One's Favor. Modify a green hero with allies have +2 regeneration. Alright. We could Sucker Punch and still kill it. Seems pretty good. He's got 2 Omni Knights? That's pretty good. Pretty good.
There's no escape.
This will see me through the battle.
Okay. Where do we want the Veil at? Over here, probably. Nah, changing the target there doesn't really matter. We'll save it until it matters.
We are bathed in holy light.
Okay. Two gold. Okay, so we'll go Commander in lane 1, Mozzie in lane 3. Okay. We could Fighting Instincts here, buff up the Legion Commander.
Seconds remaining.
Or we can still Reinforcement and save this lane some damage.
5 seconds remaining. 3, 2.
You can't hope to beat me.
We're gonna enforce this
Nothing
lane.
can stop us.
This is the lane he's pushing hardest, so we want to give our tower a little extra health, I suppose. Ooh, damn! That was our Spring the Trap play. Holy shit. Ramping into this lane so he could snipe. That was good. That was really good. Damn. I feel like I'm getting like these huge plays on me tonight. I'm not making any huge plays either. I'm just getting, oh my god, 2 All-Seeing One's Favor. So everything has an how do I fight these lanes? How do I fight these lanes? Holy shit. I can fight lane 3, but I don't know about the first 2 lanes. They both look brutal. 4 regeneration off of this Omni Knight. I mean, I probably can't fight this lane. I'm never getting through this.
I shall not falter.
Never getting through this. Do we rev tail here? We're gonna have to fight lane 1. We'll have 6 mana there next turn.
15 seconds remaining.
Yikes. I don't really want to play the rev tail here. I feel like this is the
5
only lane we're
seconds
doing
remaining.
okay in.
Break protect them, down upon us, and guard us
Jeez,
well.
how do you fight through these cards? The All-Seeing Ones. This is tough. I don't know my deck can do this.
See, all-seeing one's blessing.
I mean, we could change Mozzie to attack this guy. We're probably gonna need to put it on Magnus and attack the sniper though. But if he has another snipe, I mean that's probably game over. Yikes.
15 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we're just gonna pass here, I think.
All-seeing one, fill my heart.
Double Omni Knight is brutal. I didn't realize this it would be this hard to fight through. Those signature cards, though, stacked together, man. 3 gold. Or do I want the bonus on the Revtail Convoy?
15 seconds remaining.
4 health on any of my guys right now doesn't really matter. And I guess it does save Magnus, though, right? From
5 seconds remaining.
no, he's got the bell.
3, 2.
We're gonna pass and maybe get some value out of Revtail Convoy. Ooh, 2 creeps in lane 1 is nice, because that's where we're gonna have to fight. We're not fighting. We're not fighting lane 2 with double all-seeing one.
You don't even see what the Bronze Legion is becoming, Preston. This will help with survival.
Bye-bye. It's only a matter of time.
Sniper. I wonder if he thought that was gonna kill it, or guess he just wanted to trade there. That makes sense. I can still Revtail.
I didn't see you there.
Okay. I think I'm gonna Revtail into that slot now. Seems like a decent place for it.
Revtail has business to conduct.
Exquisite!
Alright, this lane doesn't seem as lost as I thought it was. I was worried about lane 1. We just have to keep this guy in lane 2. This guy can never ever die. This guy has to stay here. If he gets a portal for this guy, that's how we lose the game. And I mean, even the other one already has 1 on it. So when that dies, it's probably eventually going to die. Unless we just keep getting creep spawns, and that would be nice. I mean, or we just leave it there. As long as he can't move it around. Maybe that's how we win. We just try to go around the Omni Knights. Because those ability, the all-seeing ones favor, man, that is brutal.
15 seconds remaining.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, I hate when I skip to another lane and not realize that I'm the one holding up the game. Alright, so here we don't want a Corrosive Mist, we don't want enough magic. I guess we just buff up Mozzie while we can. We have initiative going into lane 1. That could be useful. Especially if you get like a duel and are able to duel the sniper maybe. That could be good.
15 seconds
Okay,
remaining.
so maybe we don't do anything here then, unless he does something. Intimidate Mozzie? Oh, not into lane 2. Alright. Okay then. Alright, so we got a scroll. We're gonna take that for sure. And then we'll save the other 5. Yeah, let's Sucks that we're spending gold with our Revtail out there, but I don't really need the cloak. But I do need that scroll. Alright, Keith is going lane 2. This is actually okay because now I can spring the trap and then get Mozzie out of there. Okay. He's got a creep going, so we really need to fight in lane 1, and then our Legion Commander will probably go into lane 3. And I think we're going to spring the trap into lane 3 too. Okay, we didn't get a way to kill the sniper. Luckily though, he luckily you can't just snipe off one of my big guys by 1 health. So this guy, if we play the champion, he becomes a 5/9 with 3 cleave. That's pretty good.
15 seconds.
Or we can just play an Ogre Conscript, since we don't need the cleave damage.
5 seconds remaining.
Guess we could have enough magic there, and killed off the black hero too. We probably want to save enough magic for a little while though. And he saves his black hero. Okay. Oh no, the hourglass could be tough for us. But we do have corrosive mist. So next turn, like, we can wipe out these equipment. He's got 2 equipment in lane 2, but we don't care about that. We're just letting this tower go. We're gonna spring the trap into lane 3, I think, though, from lane 2, and then portal Mozzie out of there. Yep. What, did he didn't kill it, did he? Has 1 health. Does he have a way to kill it? That's brutal if he does. Or maybe he just did that so the creep would finish it off.
See how your army grows stronger.
Ugh. Well, now you're killing your own sniper. That doesn't seem that great. I'm not sure what that play was about. Alright, springing the trap into lane 3. Okay. And then portaling Mozzie out of here. Divine intervention? Okay. I guess we just go ahead and play the Ancient as a 4/8 with 2 cleave. I mean, that seems fine. It's like a centaur with 2 cleave. Or do we don't save the Ancient for lane 1. Nah.
You needed me for this? There is nothing cannot overcome.
Alright. 12 gold. We'll take the pike. Probably need the cloak, or no?
15 seconds remaining.
Maybe not. He's got a Debbie coming down.
5 seconds.
Yeah, we'll take the cloak and that's it.
3.
Leaves our convoy weak again though. All right. Do we want command? So we definitely probably need both heroes in lane 3. Where is he putting Debbie? Lane 3 probably.
15 seconds remaining.
Okay. And then when Treant comes back next round, we can put him
5
lane 1.
seconds remaining.
Could empower here. Could Roseleaf Druid empower.
Your creations are an abomination, Rizrak. This is the power of my people. It's not a rock, but it'll do.
Alright, so now in lane 3, I could almost cast
I'm
enough
willing to die
magic.
for what I believe. Are you?
I'm 4 points away. That creep spawn there.
I'm lucky I survived this.
We could just go ahead and enough magic, but what does that give us? Treant Protector in this lane next round? Probably this saves us from getting a snipe on us with Debbie. But then he's got the sniper next round.
15 seconds remaining.
We just don't have anything better. We could duel Debbie, but Debbie just kills whichever guy we duel with her. I'm going to
5
enough
seconds
magic.
remaining. 3. Now the time to start.
15 mana. Furline Mantle and Keenfolk Musket.
15 seconds remaining.
And then we got the Protector going into lane 3. So he's gonna snipe into lane 3? Is that what he's trying to do here? I don't really understand that placement. Spring the trap into lane 3. Oh, yeah, the hourglass. So we can corrosive mist and get that out of here, but what's he gonna do to save lane 3? Bunk? Okay. Wait a minute, that condemns all my equipped items too, doesn't it? Ew. Ew. All equipped items. We're taking that out of our deck. Never played with it before, and up until just this moment, I thought it only condemned your opponent's items.
15 seconds remaining.
Wondering why I liked it so much. Yeah, because I clearly didn't read the card all the way. Bonk. Bonk. I mean... I don't know what he's doing here. I could, like, put Furline Mantle here, but... Portaling out. Okay. What does he have in lane 3, then? If he's not worried about... If he could afford to do that in lane 1, what does he have to save lane 3?
Crusade is at your
Mist of
doorway.
Avernus? That doesn't...
We are bathed in holy light.
The concede button saves lane 3? Even that doesn't save lane 3. I guess we just keep passing until he stops me from dealing lethal.
So, Omni Knight, you heal other people? Interesting concept.
Alright. Damn, I started off that game thinking that I wasn't going to be able to win through the Omni Knights, and then I was just able to completely ignore them. I don't feel like that is a normal game state, though. I think most games you're not just going to be able to ignore the Omni Knights. He had 2 of them and was just stacking those regenerate abilities. That is powerful. Damn. He needed to buy a town portal about 4 turns ago. If he had a town portal for that Omni Knight that was in lane 2, I don't think we could have won that. I don't think we could have dealt with the Omni Knight going to one of the 2 lanes we were trying to fight for. Thunderhide, Rejuvenator, Conscript, 2 Divine Interventions. This guy's deck was stacked. Completely stacked. The only card in his whole deck that I don't really care for is Defend the Weak, and I mean, it's not the worst card in the world. It modifies, so it's like turning one of your heroes into a Treant Protector, or the passive from it. I mean, damn. Alright, the dream is still alive. Drink some more of this delicious eggnog. You boys like eggnog? Yuck. Really? What about the alcoholic version? Like the rum eggnog or whatever they put in it. Luna. You know, I looked into those tournaments on that Reddit page that you shared, Caleb, and I went to a couple of the Discord channels and tried to sign up for them, and they were all full. All full. I wanted to do like a draft tournament or 2 this weekend, and the ones that were listed on that, upcoming events Reddit were already full. I guess we'll play Martyr on this side, so maybe we can kill off the creep this turn. Feels bad, man. Yeah. Kinda sad. We got the arrow. Nah, I don't like any eggnog. I love eggnog. I've always liked it. I'm glad we didn't get paired up against the bounty hunter, because if we had, he would have got this 50% right here and killed us. See, the fact that we didn't get paired up against each other means that you don't get the 50%. That's how that works. I was talking at the beginning of the stream, I was watching some of the Hearthstone streamers playing Hearthstone today, and they all looked miserable. And Disguised Toast even said he was miserable playing with the new expansion. Let's put Magnus Lane 3, I think. Calling for 8 to 12 inches of snow on Sunday. You know, one of my technicians, she lives over near Wise, and she drives to Johnson City to work every day. But she next Saturday is her Saturday to work, so they get a day off during the week. I usually give them Fridays off because they all really prefer that. And she came to me today and she's like, hey, instead of next Friday off, can I have Monday off? Because they're supposed to, it's calling for like some ridiculous amount of snow. And if that happens, I don't want to deal with that on Monday. I was like, yeah, sure, you can have Monday off. I didn't realize it was that much though. Most Hearthstone players are trying to go variety at this point. Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, I noticed that. In Disguised Toast channel, he was talking about how miserable he was, and his chat was like, yeah, we would prefer you play something else. This isn't fun to watch. He's like, well, the rest of the week I have this, and this planned. So like it's like day 2 of the expansion, and he's already playing other games. I think I want the soul here.
15 seconds
I think I want the soul here. I could have saved it for lane 3, but it's only allied neighbors. Southwest Virginia. Are you guys still in the Western Virginia area? Yeah, I'm in Tennessee now, though. After graduation, I moved over to Tennessee because that's where I work.
I know some people.
Lynchburg office is closing Monday ahead of time. It's probably not a bad idea. Oh wait, oh no! I needed a still reinforcement. Damn. Clicked right through it. God, that feels bad. Let's put the druid over here. Yikes, I didn't steal reinforcement. I was gonna reinforce that lane too. Damn. I don't think we're getting hit in Richmond though. Well, that's good. I hate the snow. I hate everything about it. People are like, oh, it's so beautiful. No. Snow is just pure misery. I don't like anything about it. And I'm a December baby. And I hate my birth month. Let's see. 8 gold.
5 seconds.
We'll just pick up the scroll here.
3.
I love snow since I can work from home. Yeah, but I mean, then if you want to go somewhere, it's a good excuse to work from home. Well, yeah, but you could work from home anyway, right? Like you don't really need an excuse. And then if you want to go somewhere and do something, you sometimes you can't. Or like people are dumb and can't drive and you get into an accident because of it. It's my trick. I don't go places or do things. Fair. That's fair. Don't go places or do things. Alright. I guess we're casting Druid in this lane. And then in the next, so it worked out okay, because now my only play is still Reinforcement again. So, I guess I didn't get punished too badly, but that was still terrible to just click right through and not put the Reinforcement there. It did cost me some damage on that lane, at least 2 points. We played Druid in this lane, and then
A little help never hurts.
let's play it over here.
I have no love for the team folk.
Get some
If
regeneration.
you say you're different, I'll believe you. I won't be denied
Cheating
victory.
death? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, we didn't take out that stupid rare card from our deck. I hope we don't draw it. Alright, what lane do we want the Reinforcement in? Probably this one still, right? Just so it's harder for him to get 80 on this lane.
You can't.
It's going to be a hard lane to fight for.
Now is our moment.
We needed that last round. Save a couple of points. Yeah, if you guys see any news about artifact tournaments, let me know. I wish I could have. Ooh. I wish I could have signed up for some this weekend. Alright, another, let's see. We could conscript here, or we could put it in front of Magnus. We should probably save it for Magnus. And play the Rose Leaf here.
I have learned much.
Ramp, 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 ramp.
Let me show you.
$8 gold. Choose the combat targets. Good in lane 1. Probably gonna take that. Luna's going in 1? No. Probably not, right? 3? Yeah, Luna's probably going in 3. Though if he put it in 1, okay. If he put it in 1, I wasn't too surprised because he can really make a solid push here. Because he knows I've pretty much given up lane 2.
You're no match for me.
I could throw one of these guys into another lane. No, I don't have a green hero. But I can spring the trap. That seems good in this lane. Like spring the trap here. Or I could conscript here and then spring the trap into this lane from another lane. Or I could spring the trap into lane 2 and just push lane 2. since he's fighting
I
here.
know what I have to do.
Maybe we go, maybe we spring the trap into lane 2 and just give up this lane. Apparently there's a limit on how many improvements one tower can have. It's 16. How in the world do you find that out? I didn't know that. I had no idea. Alright, we're going to spring the trap into lane 2. And then we'll fight lanes 2 and 3 and give up on 1. So what we can do is spring the trap here, get Mozzie out.
15 seconds remaining.
And then leave these 3 heroes stuck in that lane. Okay, now we can conscripts.
Appreciate it.
I can't let you boys have all the fun.
I'll make the sisterhood proud.
So much for that 17 lane tower improvement strat. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not fighting against a cheating death and 3 heroes in that lane. No thanks. I know that they have to have a green one there for it to trigger, but if Magnus never dies, then we're in trouble. Alright, so we could change his target there, but it doesn't kill the bounty hunter.
15 seconds remaining. Ready to lead.
But maybe we do it anyway. Nah, I want to kill this creep off. Tracking. Okay. Alright, so do we intimidate Farvin out of this lane? Or do we just ogre conscript? Probably just conscript. Save the intimidate.
I'll destroy our enemies.
Tell us what you need, Sean.
Alright, 5 gold. Both heroes coming in this round. We'll take a cloak. We really don't need a cloak. Maybe we just save our gold. Or we buy a scroll. Or just buy the... Oh, did we run out of time? Or maybe I just... Oh, we conceded. Nice. Sweet. Alright, boys. Whew. Opponent's deck. 2 Thunderhide, a Friendly Fire, a Cheating Death, Cleric, Duelist, 2 Arm the Rebellion, 2 Foresight, 3-Dimensional Portal. Man, he had a pretty solid deck. 3 colors and blue though. Alright, I'll be back in just a second. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. Alright, we're back. We We need to take out this corrosive mist before this last one. Edit deck. Yeah, corrosive mist. Good thing we didn't pick up anything. Pick up this over something useful. Alright, we were gonna use what? Bellow, I think? Or were we gonna use one of these? Let's see. 3 armor until the end of its next turn in any lane. Defend the weak, makes a hero turn into a Treant Protector's passive, or Bellow. Maybe defend the weak. I was just talking about how I wasn't a huge fan, but it's either that or Bellow. Is this a new draft? No. This is the last game of our current draft. We took out the corrosive mist because that card's garbage, and I didn't realize it until I almost played it and killed my own hero. Caught myself though. We're just trying to figure out what to replace for this last game. We're 4-1 going into the last one. Bellow or defend the weak? I'm thinking maybe defend the weak, but we've already got a Treant Protector. I mean, if we put it on him, then he gives +4 armor to his allied neighbors. Maybe we just do Bellow. And then we can move, like, we have such big creeps, like the conscripts and the champion and the Spring the Trap centaurs. After we win a lane with them, we could try to bellow them into another lane. I think either of these are good though. Matt, have you played with Defend the Weak, and if so, was it any good? I haven't played with it, but it seems like it's okay. You have not? Maybe I just go with the Bellow. Okay, we'll just run a Bellow. Alright, here we go. We're going for that 5th win. Perfect run number 5. Let's do it. Tinker, Phantom Assassin, Enchantress, Winter Wyvern. Okay. Not too awfully scary. Let's see, where do we want the Crippler? Can't really throw it down in this lane because it dies in 2 turns to the creep. So we'll probably put it in this lane and push lane 1. Then we can Rebel Decoy into lane 3.
There's not enough of you to stop us.
Ah! Mist of Avernus. Whoa, he's really pushing lane 3 early. That's interesting.
I'm ready for the next name on my list.
Playing decoy here would be terrible. I think we have to give up this lane already. Look at this. But then I have to worry about getting 80'd here. So I have to make sure I still reinforce lane 3 while trying to push lanes 1 and 2.
15 seconds remaining.
Okay, I guess. Damn. Damn. Hopefully I get a creep spawn in front of Tinker. That would maybe allow me to delay long enough, but wow, that is going to be tough. Okay, I didn't get a creep spawn at all in lane 3. And I think I'm putting Magnus lane 2 We gotta push these two lanes really, really quickly. Okay, so we'll reinforce lane 3.
We must prepare. Now is our moment.
Or Musk in lane
Unlike
3? I
some,
mean, I'm
I
not
care
fighting that
about
lane
myself.
anyway. Alright, here we can Rose Leaf or Rebel Decoy. I think we just Rose Leaf.
I bring wisdom and power.
Defensive Bloom. Because he's really trying to stall this lane.
I get better every day.
That is quickly going to get out of hand. Ouch. Okay. We don't need the scroll. Where's he putting Wyvern? 1 or 2? Okay, maybe do like this. And then see what he does with the Wyvern. No red cards in lane 1 though, but I think that's okay. We've got the commander coming down next round. Okay. So we could Selamine's Favor into lane 2. Gives us Spring the Trap if we want to try that out. We can also Bellow in lane 2 instead. It also gives us Champion of the Ancient. Okay, I'm thinking
15
we
seconds
Celamine
remaining.
into lane, which he can move the Wyvern over though too. And then I guess I scroll out the Treant. I need to scroll out
5
here though.
seconds remaining. 3, 2.
The power flows from root to sky.
Okay. I'm gonna scroll here, I think. Yeah. I'm going to bellow the... maybe I don't bellow because it's just blocking a creep right now. Might need to save
Tear
that.
it down.
Okay. Alright, here we can champion. That's a pretty good champion. Or we can spring the trap. We could spring the trap into lane 2. or into lane 1. Or we could even spring the trap into this lane for 8 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the champion.
"15 seconds remaining."
Champion here probably then.
5 seconds remaining.
Let's do it. Save the spring the trap.
I serve the ancients.
A tactician must always be protected. Befitting of my genius.
Okay. Stalling, stalling. Throwing both heroes down in lane 1. He's probably throwing his enchantress in lane 1 as well. But we've got to figure out, because so he's gonna, after this turn, it'll probably take him 2 more turns to AD me in lane 3. So I don't have long to get through these first 2 lanes.
This is cause to win.
Ooh, man, he's putting up a good fight in lane 2. Definitely gonna end up using Bellow here, I feel. We'll see though. We'll see how much damage we can push through in lane 1. I'm glad that he didn't lethal this tower
The
last
oracles
turn.
expect much from me. I must be ready.
Because now it should take him 2 more turns. I didn't get anything. I was hoping I would get another portal scroll there. Alright, both into lane 1 with these 2 guys. Got 2 creeps going into lane 2. He'll probably go, he's got to go lane 1 with the enchantress to keep fighting well. How much damage am I pushing lane 1 right now? 7. I can also rebel decoy. Let's see. He's got one item in hand, so I could potentially caught off guard. Oh, so I'll have to spring the trap into this lane because I don't have enough mana to spring into the second lane. So then I can do like spring the trap Bellow in that lane over there.
15 seconds remaining.
We can rebel decoy in this lane. Or we could standard bear. Standard bear might be better.
It's an honor to stand by your side.
Okay, so now I could caught off guard in this lane. Or actually I'll caught off guard in this lane. That way he can't cast anything in that lane next round. And he doesn't have any items to get it out. Alright. That means I can't spring into lane 1, but as long as he doesn't stop me from lethaling next round, I can still save rebel decoy for this lane and then spring the trap into lane 2 from here next round. No.
Fall upon your friends. Death will come soon.
Okay. I wasn't getting through there anyway. I was killing the hero though, so that could hurt. But only gonna deal 6 more damage there. I feel like we've got that. It's this lane that we've got to figure out. Wait, if I caught him prepared though, I can deal lethal now.
Good luck.
Sweet. As long as he doesn't have 80 in lane 3, we're good.
Never stop training.
Okay. No 80 there. Standard and decoy. In lane 1, I think only had 6 mana last turn. Yeah, we're on 7 this turn. Standard bear's 4 and the decoy's 3. Otherwise, that would have been nice to move him around.
15 seconds.
4 gold. Guess we could fully heal a unit. We'll just buy that. Hope this has got to be the last.
5 seconds.
I've got to push lethal in lane 1 here, or I lose to lane 380. He got no creeps in lane 1, or did he? He didn't. He didn't get any creeps in lane 1. It's very good. Very good for us. 7 mana. Okay, we could spring the trap here. It's probably the most damage that we can do is spring the trap. Oh, look at this arrow. Come on now. What's he gonna do though? Rejuvenator. But if I spring the trap, I still have lethal, right? Yeah. So I just spring the trap into this lane and that's it. Wait, he can move this in front of one, but if he does, my Legion Commander gets him. Right, yeah. Okay, I think we're still good. Got it, boys. We got that perfect run number 5. Hell yeah. I felt like I struggled with this deck a lot more than I should have, I feel like. He had 2 Mist of Avernus, 2 Ramusk Blessing. Really good cards. A home field advantage. He had a Reptile Convoy too. His deck was pretty good. And he was kind of playing the gold package. 2 gold mine, 1 payday. He didn't have any items for it to pay off. He was just relying on the secret shop. Wow. Damn. So our deck tonight was absolutely insane, and I feel like I struggled hardcore with it. I mean, we had 2 Legionnaire, we had 1 Mist of Avernus, really solid filler cards all throughout. The Caught Unprepared was okay, it was really good. It closed out that last game for us when I saw that he was out of items. I've got a lot more respect for this card than I used to. Back during the beta when I watched other people playing it and I was doing the practice drafts, I never really picked Caught Unprepared much because the times I seen people play it, it wasn't that impressive. And actually when we played it in one of our games, it did nothing. Our opponent just followed that up with an item immediately, but it was kind of like do that or lose. I think that was the game we lost. But it was kind of like a last-ditch effort there. But I like it a lot. It's a very good situational card. The thing that I like about it is it's very good on 4 mana. Like usually, unless the first hero and creep placements are just really wonky, neither player has enough gold to even buy an item in the beginning. And then you catch one of their heroes unprepared, and sometimes they can't even get out of it until that hero dies. So I like it like super early, but there at the end of the game, when we noticed he was completely out of items, it basically was like playing Drow Ranger's Gust card in lane 2 because he just had the 1 hero, and then he couldn't play anything because we stunned him. So I mean, I like it a lot more now than I used to. We had a Soul of Spring. I love this card. I love Soul of Spring. That is super powerful. And it triggers itself. That's what's so good about this card. Like the turn you play it, like even if you have to play it on 4 mana, you're still going to get that full regeneration to that hero and its two allied neighbors. Enough Magic was good. We won a game with that tonight. We had to pass up a second one, but I think one's pretty good. Intimidation was good. Revtail Convoy, 2 Spring the Traps. These were just phenomenal. If it wasn't for these Spring the Traps, I don't think we could have won a couple of those games. And then the champion. I'm still not quite sure about this card. The times I played it, it was like a fine big creep. But I think if you have a pack where you're choosing between Champion of the Ancient and either Thunderhide pack or Ogre Conscript, I think you just take those over it every time. I think they're both better than the Champion. And they're both common. So, in this pack though, if you go back and watch the draft, there was nothing else in that pack that we were passing for. We passed a Selfish Cleric. Second Selfish Cleric to pick up the Champion. And at that point, we didn't have any of this, I don't think. I think the Champion was like very early in pack 1. And we didn't have any of these other big cards. So we ended up passing a Cleric to pick up the Champion, but there was nothing else in that pack. And I think maybe if we're comparing Cleric to Champion, it depends on what else I've drafted so far, but I think I would pick up the Champion over the Cleric though. Revtail Convoy wasn't as good as I thought it would be. It was a nice wall, 5 mana, like block something for eternity, but I was always spending my gold in this deck. Like I was never able to get it up high enough to do anything. And I played it in lane 1 every time, I believe too. So like I was spending the gold going into lane 1, and then by the time I got to lane 3 I'd accumulated more gold. So if it had been in lane 3 it would have actually been pretty solid. But putting this guy in lane 1 is actually pretty bad in most drafts, I think, because you have to buy those items. You can't just pass up on your cloaks and your weapons just to build up a beefy Revtail Convoy. Maybe if you're playing like black green gold deck with some gold mines, you could get more value out of it. But in this deck he wasn't that impressive. If I could have traded him out for like another Cleric or really any other like solid creep in a lower slot, I probably would have in this deck. But yeah, this deck was phenomenal. I would have to go back and look. I know we did have one of those 5-0 decks that had like 4 Thunderhide packs, but I don't know how the rest of the deck was compared to this. I feel like when I was drafting it, right after I got done drafting, I felt like this was the best deck I had drafted so far. And I'm not sure if that's true or not. But another important note here. This is our 4th time drafting green-red. All 4 green-red decks have gone 5 wins. All 4 of them. And we even got a 5-win blue deck, but we've never gone 5 wins with black. And I'm not saying black is worse than blue. I'm just saying that green and red are clearly more powerful than those other 2 colors. They're the proactive colors, so they're definitely more of the beatdown, whereas black-green is more of the responsive colors. And we got beat by a black-blue deck. That was our only loss tonight. Was that black-blue deck that had Luna and Lich in it, and Zeus, and they just cast. Once they got to 6 mana, it was every single turn. It was like a sweeper. So we lost to that. But in general, I think red and green are just extremely powerful colors compared to the other 2. Alright guys, so that's gonna be it for the night. We'll end about 30 minutes earlier than we usually do, since we were able to get through that one pretty quickly. We're up to 5 perfect runs. This is sweet. This is sweet right here.